I'm down. Hey, we down with it. Hey, gotta rock it. Yeah, rock it. Welcome to Truth Be Told, guys. I'm your host, Janae Rochelle, and I'll be telling you my truth and discussing it with you. I also have my co-host, Tisha, my guests,
Hi.
Jacinda, and Kania.
Hi.
So, we're here to just basically talk about our day-to-day experiences.
Happy Thursday, guys.
I think it was a good happy hour today.
Good happy hour?
Good happy hour, yes.
I agree. It's almost Friday, right?
Friday.
Okay.
I need a charger.
This is your first taping, so this is where you work out all the kinks.
Give us a second.
Well, I mean, it's okay. I mean, y'all doing good.
Okay.
Y'all doing good. What are you ladies up to today? Since it's almost Friday.
I'm trying to make it to Friday. I don't know about y'all. What y'all been up to?
Yes, yeah, trying to make it to Friday, waiting on another check.
Oh, so you securing the bag? That's what you? Oh, okay.
Always.
It's the first of the month, and we know what the first of the month is.
Yes.
Bills are due. So, happy Friday, pre-Friday.
Okay, so I got something I want us to talk about. And if you're sensitive, please exit stage left. Thank you. So the subject that I really want to get in touch with, I do want to see everybody's point of view about it, and we're going to all be just respectful of others' point of views and values. Do you really think, because statistics, well, they did a study about being able to be born gay. Do you feel as if you are born gay, or not you personally, but that can happen? Someone can be born gay.
I think yes and no. I'm undecided. One, because of tradition and what I was raised around.
Okay.
And then no, yes, because of being currently in college and reading a lot of stuff, scientific stuff. It kind of opened my brain to other things that maybe it is possible. So I'm left undecided.
I don't think that's just a far-fetched for me. I'm sorry. I don't think it's possible that you could be born gay. It's not you don't have a gene in your body that
It actually.
I have a question.
I feel like you go through
what
experience.
about the children that are born with both parts, the wee and the cootie? What do they call themselves? How do they feel? Do they
How
like
do they
women?
label that?
Are they
How
women? Are
normal
they
is that,
men?
though?
It's not normal. I don't think
It's not common, but it
That's
is.
like
that would be the same thing.
I have
If,
run into people that had, 2 nipples.
don't you have 2 nipples? You mean 3?
No, 3 nipples. Yeah.
Don't we have?
3 nipples. So but I've never heard a penis and a vagina. Someone's born like that. I have heard you been attached to another person,
Yeah.
or you got a twin and they missing a lower body. I have heard of that, but I have not heard you coming out.
Yes.
Just gay.
Yes.
I have never heard of that.
There
Now,
is studies showing that gay men have the same hormones and brain chemistry of females in their sexual desire part of their brain.
of course, where do we
Okay.
come from?
But we're talking about being born
But
that
is that
way.
because of the pills that they take?
No,
it's making them feel that way?
I'm talking about being raised, actually born out of a
Okay.
mother womb,
Okay.
and their brain chemistry is already off. Or I shouldn't say off, because that's kind of disrespectful, but it's different than of a heterosexual man.
Okay, that's
And
just how
I've
you
read
were
it
born.
myself. And then it also can happen if the woman, if her natural chemicals is off balance, that can also triggers the baby to even kind of come out either gay or
So if the
lesbian.
mother chemicals are off balance and they
It affects the baby.
they have birth, right? Kind of like if you were a crackhead baby.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah,
Not for the sensitive people.
say-
Not for the sensitive.
Yeah, I would say before hearing you explain your point,
Cause yeah, okay, I
I
But
get
like
I
when
get
I
that.
said, no, it's like spiritual.
So it's a spiritual thing. That's what I'm
Yeah, because I would
That's
say no as
spiritual
well.
attached.
You're not
So-
born gay.
And I
You're
did
born
studies
as a
on
man
it.
or a woman, and what
Yeah.
is taught around you. And I always say it starts from the home
Mhm.
for that child to be confused, gay, not gay, heterosexual.
Yeah.
Right.
It starts from where they're raised on what they see.
Mhm.
Absolutely. I totally agree. From my research, it most definitely did say scientists have not been able to prove that it's something generic or it's something that you were born with. They can't prove it.
Okay.
Now, it can come from like the lifestyle or your upbringing
Yeah.
or, you know, things of that nature, but it's not like they just can't prove it, is what I have read on the internet.
Then how do you like another just to counteract that is 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds already like presenting themselves to be gay or doing drugs
Where-
or
yeah.
into
See,
it
now that's how I feel
naturally.
like
That's
that's
the
starts at
parent.
home.
That's the
Yeah,
parent.
but then
So
again,
you think
it
the
goes back
parents
to
dressing the kid up used to get
Yeah,
parents
and
to
then-
do gay things?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Or-
The
so-
environment, the upbringing is where it starts with. And I feel like people just don't want to face that reality. They want to make up what they can. I just like, if you're gonna be real, I see my dad dress up in wigs and do, you know, such and such, and this is why I'm the respect you way more.
good.
But
But
that's
that's
what I'm
what
saying.
that's how I started at home doing this, you know,
Like
like
saying it's okay.
yeah.
But and
you
now
A
know,
lot of
saying
people
it's
will
wrong,
cover up with,
but
I was
on their
just
part,
born
they're
to be
saying it's
gay.
okay.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of
you
people.
say you get children that's in a home with a lot of Christian folks that's not gay and they end up being gay. So where is the influence coming from in the household? So then you
True.
have to
And
question.
I
all
said,
this.
don't be
most
so
of the
it's not
time
always
it's
right.
about
It's
Not
your
always
peers.
that.
It's your surroundings.
That's your surroundings.
Surroundings,
Yeah,
your
absolutely.
peers.
Yeah.
I
And the
told
way the
that's
world
something
has
I
forced it
agree.
upon people nowadays, you know, so it's a lot easier.
Oh, and
to
I
be
really do
persuaded
not
into it.
like. I do not like how the same genders or gay people. I'm just gonna go with gay people. If you don't like that terminology, correct me. But I don't like how y'all force it on people that's not gay. And if we don't agree with you,
That is very true.
we're just the scum of the earth.
Right,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I love
The
all my people.
LGBT.
I-
I love it. I support the LGBT
I love
community.
y'all.
Right.
But what you're not gonna do is make me feel less of a person because of your choice.
And I don't
Right.
agree.
You know?
Because I don't
Yeah.
agree with it.
So
Because a lot of them, when they do that, they also attack your religious beliefs, saying the Bible is fictitious and it's
Right.
made up by men and it's not real. And I feel like that's also attack on me as well.
As well.
And I don't like when they
And
do
your
that.
beliefs,
And my
yeah, you know,
beliefs,
so
you know,
yeah.
like there has to be respectful boundaries between.
it does.
And
It does
what
have
are
to be some type of
those
respect.
Yeah.
What are those boundaries though? That's where we want to come
Where is
in
it
and
too
ask.
far?
Yes.
What's those boundaries?
And you know, I do because I was speaking to a cousin of mine and I heard, he was walking around with heels and in front of an older adult, and I feel like, and he's a minor. I feel like you're being too disrespectful. What you feel inside of you, be respectful enough to do it in your own privacy.
did the adult
Be
correct
respectful
that?
enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
both corrected it because you do need to be respectful when you're living under somebody else's rules. If they say I'm not accepting that, they're not saying like I'm not accepting you. I'm just not accepting that behavior in my house.
Right.
When you move out, then you can do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful, like you said. Be coherent of other people's feelings, not
Right.
just your feelings.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's not saying that you're a bad person. It's not saying that at all. You just need to be respectful and have boundaries, like you said, Letitia. I really agree with that. With that being said, let's get on these deadbeat dads, though. And the moms. Don't forget, nobody's getting left out.
No, let's start off with saying what is a deadbeat father? Let's define what is a deadbeat father. From everybody's opinion, what is a deadbeat father to you? No, from experience. If you have experience, you have a close friend. Like for me, I wouldn't say I have a deadbeat father personally. I just don't have a good relationship with my father.
Okay.
So that can become better. I feel like I'm a grown woman. My father's not deadbeat no more.
Mhm.
Because I'm a grown, I'm taking care of myself. I don't need
So that was for
any-
your mom to
That was
classify
my
out.
mom to
Okay.
classify.
Okay. Okay.
But in my
Well-
personal experience, I feel like a deadbeat father is someone that doesn't come around, that doesn't support them mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Come on.
Right, tell
Come
them.
on.
I feel like you should be there at parent-teacher conferences, at every doctor, hospital visit. If I'm rushing them to the emergency room, you should be right behind me.
Mhm.
I feel like a deadbeat father, can you grow from it to being a deadbeat father?
I absolutely can. There's always room for a human being to grow. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't stop. Of course, you can go through trials and tribulations, you know.
Right.
But that's what makes you stronger. If you're not one of those person to turn your downfall into something positive, then you ain't shit.
I feel like that man.
So back to a deadbeat dad, like he can absolutely grow, but you only got so much time.
Yeah.
You only got so much time.
Especially
Because if my son is
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
7 and he comes to be 17, 18 out mom's house in college and you still ain't came around,
Yeah.
I'm gonna classify you as a deadbeat dad.
Well, that's why I feel like,
Period.
that's where I
Stamping that.
yeah, but that's where I feel like you do only have so much time, but as long as your child is still living or you're still living,
You
know,
still
you
have
got
to pay.
time. You know, so that's
Yeah.
why it's important to make sure you're there and you do that because
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, but I think as long as they're alive, you still have that
So
time.
are
So
we
I don't care
rooting
how
for
old you
deadbeat
ever are. You
dads?
know?
Like we
No, not rooting.
Like we want y'all to get better.
We're rooting for you guys
Yeah.
to get better.
Right,
Okay. We
right,
want y'all to
okay.
get better. Check mark.
Right.
We want you to help
Right.
yourself.
Help yourself.
Help yourself.
Right.
Because of course a shitty dad is gonna know and feel that he's a shitty dad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Which will cause mental illness.
Yes.
You know?
But what do you call? Okay, so a deadbeat father and a deadbeat mother, I feel like are two terminologies.
Why
I
do you
think
feel
it's
it's
the same.
two different
It's
ways?
one of the
Wait,
same.
no,
Yeah.
why are you
So-
holding one above the other? Is
So,
what it sounds
because
like to me.
when mother, we carry our children. We create that bond when we
There's a
find out
stronger
we're
bond.
pregnant. 3 weeks, 6 weeks. I know I did. 8 weeks. No matter how far along you are, I feel like that bond starts with you and that child as a mother. So that's why I hold a mother higher than a father because I carry that. That's mine. You know, at the end of the day, I'm primary parent.
But it's the same
You
thing
co-parent,
as,
you know,
adoption.
like you know, I expect you to do what I do, but I'm gonna be the one if they don't go to emergency, give them medicine at 2:00 in the morning. I'm the one calling in from
Waking
work.
up, making bottles late at night.
Right?
Is that a
They
single
throwing
mom
up-
Right.
mentality?
Maybe I don't know. That's a good question. But what do you call a deadbeat mom besides a mom going to jail? Because a mama could go to jail because for stealing food to feed the kids.
Yeah, I won't call that.
So what is a deadbeat mom to you
The
guys?
same thing.
A
as
deadbeat mom is
daddy.
somebody that leave their kids off on someone else.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
purpose.
Again, like I said, your daughter or your son
Okay.
has school and you're never there, no
Yeah,
conferences.
you know.
That's what I'm saying. How are you holding? Of course, you had to birth that child, but it takes two to make a child.
Right.
Period. So you taking that credibility from a dad, that in my eyes is wrong. But I just feel as if, like, if a mom is not there, to a certain extent, the dad is not there, y'all all labeled as one. You ain't shit.
You ain't
Truth be
shit.
Check
told.
mark.
Truth be told.
Truth be told, what you talking about?
You ain't talking about nothing over there.
None, and you win none.
No, but for real.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. From my experience, I just feel like I yearn for my dad's attention so much. I wrote him letters and I tried to even do things that he liked, and it still didn't work for me. I still was shut down. I was still left alone. I was still just not having a dad, you know, and
Trying.
And you was trying.
and I was trying my hardest, you know, and it didn't end up anywhere. He left me when I decided to go off and be with a boy, you know, and of course
That's
my
what
mom was
happens,
there.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying. As your mom, a mom would never, you know,
Most moms will never.
Most moms will not be, never be a deadbeat. I get that. Like, you really gotta be like out there stronger. Right. Deadbeat mom. Like,
But think about the women that give their children up for adoption. It's the same thing. You carry this baby for this full 9 months, and then it's so easy for you to just be like, I'm not attached to it.
Well,
it's the same thing.
yeah,
with
and I
deadbeat.
agree with that.
That's the same thing in my eyes. That's deadbeat too. You know what I'm saying? It's about not having that connection, not caring.
yeah,
Shit, you could think
I
that is-
agree.
But that'd be the same thing as a surrogate. Like, you know, that's a deadbeat mom then too. If we're saying it like
Cause it
that.
didn't even come from,
Cause
like,
that's
how do
a
you feel that
surrogate.
emotion there?
Yeah.
Like, where is that emotion coming from?
Like,
So
how are
just
you
come out
not
and say
feeling?
this- Right.
Right? How are you not feeling with you?
Maybe
and your
we need to
child?
get
How
Kim
you not-
Kardashian on Truth Be Told. She done had, was it
Hey.
2 surrogates?
She had one
One
surrogate,
surrogate?
her last child.
Okay, and
Yeah.
she said she loved it. And she said she was worried about that disconnection that she will have with her child. But now that she has her child, she said she doesn't feel that. She's not worried. It just feels like she birthed her own child.
Okay.
But, and like people saying the adoption, I feel as if I was totally against adoption. I'm just totally against not taking care of your responsibilities, period.
Right.
Your bills, your kids.
That's
Uh,
understandable.
you know what I'm
Amen.
saying?
We just gonna put that amen on top of that.
Yeah, I'm just be a responsible adult, you know, or a teen or a kid. Be responsible. And I just feel like I was totally against it. I didn't like it, but now I watch Sky off of Black Ink, New York, and I see how her situation played out. She gave her kids up because she couldn't afford.
Mentally, she couldn't do it.
And now her kid. Now she paved the way.
Paved the way.
No, if she would have
To
went
give
off
help
and
for
went
her and her family to become a
prostitution and
family.
started
Yeah,
doing
right,
drugs and never came back around,
And
then
that's
she's
true.
labeled as a deadbeat mom.
But
No
also
shit.
in her kids' defense, eyes, or maybe before they got close.
No matter what
maybe
you
they
go
felt like she
through.
was a deadbeat, because
Yeah.
you did have to give us up for whatever reason. Look at how long it took you to come around. You know what I'm saying? It's just the same. A feeling of rejection when you just like when you can reach out to me and you're just choosing not to.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's up to the kids to define if their parents are deadbeat.
That's
So in
that's
my eyes, that's not a
That's
deadbeat.
how I'm thinking. That's what
Bring
I'm
the
getting from you
answers.
guys.
Bring the
That's what I'm
answers. Bring
getting.
the answers.
You know what I mean?
Right. Tune in. What you think
Yeah.
about a deadbeat dad or
Truth
mom?
be told.
Huh? So yeah.
And then I don't know.
Another topic that we wanted to touch on that I just feel like mental illness. Like I at first I worded it is a sickness. I just feel like it is a sickness, so I had to reel that back in. But is there a cure for it?
I think it's, I don't know if it's like, my personal thing. I think
Can you
once
really
you put
care?
a label on something, you can profit off of it, then you can get more drugs.
Right.
out
Like
there,
the
you can get more
doctors.
addicted.
Like
it's
a
all
mother.
like a scam to a sense. Cause
So you
can
don't think
label
That's how I
anything.
feel. Like is it a sickness? That's what I'm saying. Is it a sickness?
Like if I'm talking to walls, there's a name for it. I'm crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There's.
But sis, I like it. So you don't feel
I
like
like people too
I
much.
feel like I'm saying
I feel like there's people they're just
schizophrenic.
crazy.
You
for
feel
it.
like
Right.
schizophrenic
That's what I'm
stuff?
saying. That's a
Like,
sickness.
that's
That's
a
why I had to
mental
reel it back
illness.
in.
No, I'm not saying that's not.
Okay.
That has been proven to be an illness, a sickness that they're going through. And
Okay.
so, no, I don't think that's not real, but I do think it's a gateway for people and doctors
I
to lead
understand.
to other things than what just
To get more
profit is.
money.
Yeah.
Get money.
Get money.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Okay.
like, there's not a cure for everything. Some things people just need to pull up their big underwear, their
Right.
brown
And do what they
underwear,
gotta
what they
do.
gotta
And
do.
that's
Right.
how I was
And
thinking in my mind. Of
Yeah.
course, everybody go
Right.
through hard times. There's not one person that you speak to that ain't went through nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Right.
Even the richest person go through something.
Something they been broke before.
Not even that they can inherit the money and never be broke.
Right.
You know, like Princess Diana, she had all that money and used it up on drugs and went broke and all this, her kids and, and like it was just terrible. They went through that depression.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That just like any other person, and it goes back to what you said, Kania. Y'all gotta stop blaming everybody else.
Yeah, like you said.
Y'all gotta stop blaming y'all situation because every day you wake up, there's gonna be a trip. It's gonna be a trial that you're gonna have to go through, but it's gonna test your strength.
Yes.
And it's either,
Yes.
hey,
Amen.
it's either drown. What is it called?
Drown or swim.
There you
Drown
go.
or swim.
Fight or flight.
Right.
Yeah.
You got it.
Who the toughest?
Yeah.
Who the survivor in the jungle? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because that's what the world is. It's a jungle.
It's a jungle.
And it has so many tempting things that can
Obstacles.
drive you through the dirt
Yeah.
6 feet under.
Yes,
So
that's true.
that's
You
how
ain't
I
got your mind
feel.
running, you ain't with God. That's what
Right.
Yeah, there you go. No, for real. So what about the Megyn Kelly girl? Like in the blackface. They brought that up again. She is fired off of NBC. She's not coming
That
back.
is not a sickness. That is not a.
She's too, and I
They're
agree
saying
with
that
Wendy
it's
Williams.
mental
She's
illness.
too.
She has mental illness, price.
Is that what they're trying to
That
say
is what
about
they're
her?
trying to say because that's impossible.
No, she just spoke before she thought. That's all that happened.
And bites you right back in the ass.
And
You
that
see, I'm
black
feeling kind of offended here. You
black
know,
men.
yes.
What? Okay, so to quote what she said, Cindy, you said she did
Tell us your story.
the
Cindy.
blackface.
I don't
Or
know.
I think she was just saying how she didn't feel like blackface wasn't okay on Halloween. She didn't just say, she said any kind of person you want to dress up as. She didn't just
Oh, the news reporter?
yeah.
Because she had said it was okay, and then she had backlash from it, and then she tried to take her
Clean
words
it up.
back.
Yeah,
Like,
well, when I was
no.
growing up, it was
That was her
okay.
thought
Yeah.
process.
Well-
And back in her day, how old is she? I'm sorry, I didn't get her age. How old is she?
I
She
said
just
her
look-
mid-30s.
No, she gotta be a little. You don't. She
She
look a little bit older than
She
that.
look kind of old. Like
Yeah,
maybe
she look a
36,
little-
38.
No, she look about 40.
45,
I think she's
40.
Back in that day, I think it was
50
still.
years ago with segregation.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So what do you
Yeah.
get off saying?
You
it's
still sound like
okay.
a racist at the
Right.
end of the day.
Super
That's what you just told us.
supremacists, whatever they're called. That's
Yeah.
what it sounded like.
Oh, wow.
I agree.
No, that's not an illness. Not at all.
That's not an illness.
No,
so
it's
Trump
not.
doesn't have an illness.
Stupidity.
Stupidity, hell no. That started from his home. I read his book.
Okay.
It started
Oh,
from his
tell me.
home. His family is the first generation with the Nazi Jews.
Okay.
Oh.
Back in the day. In where was that? England, where was that?
Germany?
Germany. He was the one, yes, his family's the
Wow.
first generation that started that. So basically, I'm guessing he was raised in it, and his people was Hitler. Basically, that's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, he knows nothing about no politicians. He went to military school. The way he acted is the way his dad acted.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he think it's okay, cause his dad acting an ass, so he think it's okay.
There you go.
Nobody corrected his dad, but it's 2019
that's-
and we have all this, cameras and
he blame it on
right.
the news.
And he blame it on the news.
The news is only there to report what you put out.
Right.
Only what you
Right.
put out. That's the only way they can report. That's the only way they have their job.
Not necessarily. They can do a lot of things to change the story and the script and create their own.
They create their own, but they egg it on.
Yeah.
They drag it out and add pieces to
So
make
is that
people
not a
watch
news?
their views.
I mean, okay.
So
They add their own
basically,
views, basically.
they
Like
add their
Fox
right.
versus ABC. They have their own views on certain situations.
The guy could have jumped off the building because it was a fire, but then they could have said somebody was chasing him up the building.
So he jumped off the building.
He jumped off the building. You know, you just.
They do it with black people.
Yeah.
They say it's riots, they're going crazy. But why
So
are they
do
going
y'all
crazy?
know
why are
They
they-
say white
right.
people, they're protesting, they're actually killing people. Like, they make
So on
different narratives.
CNN, host Don Lemon says white men are the biggest terror threat in the country. Donald Trump Jr. reacts.
I agree. I always
You
felt
said-
like white
how many-
women was the shystiest women on this planet. I feel like a white woman not support another white woman. I feel like a white woman would support a black woman because they know they're authentic and they know they're real. A white woman would not support. These white women did not support Hillary. These white women would not support
White
Hillary.
people will support a black woman so we can do the work first and they can walk through the fucking door.
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
No, Trump be
I feel what you're saying. I feel it.
No,
Truth be told. Cheers to that.
no.
Truth be told.
I gotta take a
Oh, this is
That's
dead
true.
heated.
That's true. I get where you're coming from too. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like
You know?
Hillary, they showed the scores. They showed the scores after Trump won. all them white women, they was voting for Trump. Why you couldn't vote for your own people? A woman, someone that knows about our country.
Yeah.
It's just saying you need your heart done, but you go to a cosmetologist and get your heart done.
Yeah.
That's how I feel it. Like that's how
they
But I
played
felt
this
like that
thing.
about all women in general when Hillary didn't win that election. Like just women in general.
She had more black community.
She
But
did.
did y'all know that she took a picture? She's close friends with the KKK. I can't remember her name, like Robert something.
Oh,
She's close
Oh,
friends with
my
that,
memory
and I
serves
feel
me
like
right.
she sucked in the black community, and I did feel like she did it in the wrong way.
Like Kania said, she has the black do the work, and she just gonna
She-
walk
you're right.
door.
Yes.
That's where we're gonna stop you at, okay?
I'll close the doors.
For real. That's why it's so important that we support our own kind.
That's why
you
it's
know?
so important. Black love doesn't just mean black love in a relationship. That means black love at this table.
Yeah.
That means our children black love. We love our children. We love our come together as a community. That's black love.
And just, if you don't mind me, just the first incident just happened, and I applaud you how well you just took on that situation,
Right.
and me stepping back and looking at things how the situation was all predominantly black parents and
Right.
black kids.
Mhm.
With my son, it was the black mom, the black grandma, and then the white parents and the white kid.
In the white community.
And how they wanted to press charges against my son and call him a predator at 5 in kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
We're not 5, 6. He was in first grade 6.
That's still young.
So that it's still really young.
They're babies.
And how they just really wanted to get CPS, and I just feel like to tear up the family. You know what I'm saying? To tear up the family. To instead of you guys sitting here coaching the kids and teaching them, right from wrong, and counseling them, you were ready to you was willing to go in there and snatch the whole family apart. And then in your incident, it was nothing but empowerment there. It was nothing but empowerment there.
But you guys say you helped me too with my empowerment.
Can y'all give me more details? I'm kind of reading between the lines. I want to know some more facts.
So we had an incident with a male and a boy a female and a boy kindergarten in the bathroom together. Some things led negative. No touching was involved, but it went negative where it shouldn't, where these children know right from wrong.
Okay.
So we met with the parents. The parents, both black parents. I'm not here. I'm here to, support our community. I went through the system, and it was petty stuff, but it was because of the color of my skin.
Yeah.
And so when I met with the parents, it was more of, I'm sorry, I have a daughter, so I will understand. And it's me more of, no, I understand. I'm not mad at you. I'm more mad at the school because you have 3 teachers in one classroom and nobody's watching these children.
Oh, right. Flip it around. Who's doing their job?
Who's doing their
I
right?
feel you.
So
And that's how I
they
felt.
had the space and
When
opportunity.
teacher wasn't there, but
Right.
y'all didn't take that accountability.
Yeah,
And
right.
because he was in a predominantly white school, there was no support there. And I feel like there was support with one person. And I just feel like on your behalf, it was everybody. It was the principal, it was the teachers, it was the parents. Y'all all supported one. Because all I had was my mom and the principal. And even if then, I even questioned that, And it was just really heartbreaking how y'all was just really on the wild card to just tear up me as a parent. Me as a parent telling me, oh, we need to assessing your mothering skills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Who are you
the
to
fuck
tell
are
me?
you
You
to
tell
tell
me.
me that I'm not sitting down on a day-to-day basis teaching and coaching my son?
Right.
Who are you to sit there and criticize me? And I just felt I
But
really
just like
applaud
Tisha
that.
got through it, you got through it too.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, and that's why I said this is
That just shows you same situation, but just different scenario, like different, your community. I was in a black community. My kids go to school in a black community. It's a high percentage of majority. What is it?
majority
Majority.
Black?
No, like minority, like there's multiple minorities.
Like a
There's
low income
there's-
area.
no, it's just lots of minorities. It's not just all white people.
Oh,
you see Mexican,
Asian,
you
Mexican,
see
very
Asian.
diverse.
It's very
Diversity.
diverse.
80%
So-
of where my son go to is predominantly white, but I kind of want to stick up with people. My mom like, well, change the school. I don't like this, you know. After she had her run-ins with the principal, I want to teach him how to be on the level with them, how to think like them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel
Because
like
at the end
that's
of the
why
day,
I'm
the white
making
man
him
wants to
stick
know
in there
what
with
you
them.
know what here.
Yeah.
The white man just wants to know. At the end of the day, I tell my son this as a black man. The white man just want to know what comes out your mouth, what type of knowledge you have, and that's why school is so important.
But that's why they done
right
took so
now.
much from the black people.
Right.
They done took so much from us. And it is, you are a terrorist.
No, I'm trying not to.
You are a terrorist. White people are terrorists.
I mean, yeah, they've been terrorists since
Not
they got
all,
here.
not all, but
Columbus was
you
a
do got
terrorist,
them-
if you want to say that. I mean,
Yeah.
look how many shootings that just happened in this month alone by white people, and no one says anything. They don't call it terrorism, but it is. You guys are going in churches, you're going in schools, going in movie theaters, going in anywhere possible just to kill a person because you feel what? Some type of way about your life?
Yeah.
Truth be told, y'all.
Oh.
Y'all gotta subscribe. The truth be told.
Subscribe now.
Now.
Because in 6 months it will be a fee. So subscribe now. So if you are with us now, you will be locked in for free and
Come on,
forever.
This real knowledge, it's authentic knowledge.
You guys have a great
Thank you for tuning in.
night.
Right,
Thank
we appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support.
Thank you. And also, it is the holidays. I know they said in music, it is the holidays, but I also want to let the unfortunate families that's not able to, get what they need for their kids to basically, in Omaha, Nebraska is where I'm from, go to the Catholic charity, St. Vincent, the food bank to get free turkeys.
This week is, I'm sorry, Lily. This week is Salvation Army. So please go sign
It
up for
is.
Salvation for a free turkey, the Open Door Mission. The Open Door Mission, a free turkey. They give you Christmas presents. Come on, let's bless these children. Let them look
Let's
good for their
uplift one
future.
another.
Amen.
And we out.
And we out.
That turned out very well.
I can.
But you could crop it out though. That's the thing too.
He's hard headed. If you tell him no, you shouldn't have to